All right. It is January 2nd, and it's Tuesday, first day of the new year. Happy New Year's, everyone. And yeah, we are up today. I took a few trades today, and one loss, one win, one break even. So today was just an everything type of day, but it did work out. Like, it was a good day. So, I'm up. So it shows my gross, but it doesn't show my total P&L. So before fees, it's 57, and then after my third trade, I was break even, so $48. So I'm up $48 on the day. So yeah, let's just get into this day. So opened up here 7:30, topped, and then came down to the bottom 15-minute range, broke out, and it kind of broke out pretty quickly. But like, everything for the 15-minute range retest looked good. We had a nice gap under, as well as like it it came below the pre-market low, like a little bit. Like, it wasn't just like a little bit, but it was like a little bit more than a little bit. I know that kind of doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but it made a nice move under the pre-market low. So it was all right. It was like a decent move. So it was a nice like gap to come back and retest the 15-minute range, which the candle close on SPY was a lot better than the candle close on ES. So I took it right here. See, like, this candle right here. So I guess I took it on this candle because the one on, like, the candle on SPY actually closed right on it. So I took it. It looked good. Everything was kind of there. So I was really confident on it though. I feel like I was just kind of like just taking it just because like I had to, just because it was like it was my setup. So I took it. 3 point stop just didn't work out. It came down like a couple points, but immediately reversed. So that one just didn't work out. So, and I accidentally moved my stop. Like, this was stupid. This was actually stupid. I thought my stop, like, when I first entered the trade, I thought it was 2 points. I read it as 2 points. It was actually 3 points because I had a 3 point stop. So I moved it up 1 point because I thought it was at 2 points. But me actually doing that, I moved it up to 4 points, and blah blah blah. Like, once the trade was about to close, I thought it was 3 points, but I moved it, blah 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 blah, and I got stopped out for 3.5 points. That's gonna be a long story if I really tell the entire thing, but I got stopped out at 3.5 points, so I was down about $37, I think, after that first trade. $38 after that first one, and then my second trade, I'll pull this on SPY. So yeah, we actually double bottomed on a higher time frame. Actually, no, this I won't show the 1 hour. I'll show. I was looking at the 30-minute time frame. So here in the morning, like, we double bottomed right here, first bottom, double bottomed. So once we double bottomed, that's when I was kind of looking to play along. So let's go back to 1 minute. So I was just looking to play it long, and so here was the second bottom. We broke above VWAP, and then we came back down to retest it, which on SPY, this one looks pretty good. But honestly though, at first I wasn't gonna take it. I was gonna take it on Sim right here on this bounce right here, just because, like, I didn't want to take it on the eval at first, just because it wasn't part of like my, like, the trades that I have, like, back testing and everything. So I was gonna take it on Sim, but I didn't even end up taking it on Sim. I just wanted to see how it was gonna work out. But then it started kind of wedging a little bit, and it kind of like double bottomed. It bottomed again on VWAP and bounced. And I was like, okay, like, I started getting more confident in this trade that was gonna go up. So I thought the long was there. I was just super confident in this trade. So once we broke out of the wedge, over here, right here, I bought in. So I could probably play this video a little bit after this one. See, it's breaking out right now, breaking out of this wedge, breaking this trend line. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm kind of waiting for the candle close just to see if we really break it. It's like 6 seconds left. So I'm like, I'm trying to kind of trying to play the dom. There's like a little bit of like order sitting down here, but there's still like an equal amount on the asks. but we broke above. The candle closed above it, so I was like okay, like I like this. I'm super confident in it. So bought in right there, 3 point stop, and my 9 points was right above the 15-minute range, so it looked super good. Cause like it didn't even look like a big move. Like we can definitely touch the top of 15-minute range, which we did. This trade was like super quick. Not gonna lie. I mean, 9:30 to 9:47, 17-minute trade, and I got 9 points on it. Like it was beautiful. Like it just floated. It just floated up. It was a beautiful trade, flawless trade. Like worked out perfectly, just like how I imagined it would. So yeah, that was the second trade. After that one, I was up. How much was I up after this one? So I mean, that was my second trade. I can't even tell how much this is. $48. So yeah, and my third trade, which was my break-even trade, was, let's see. So okay, yeah. So after we double bottomed, I was looking to see where kind of like the neckline was, which is kind of like, it's weird. I mean, you can kind of like, the neckline can be like right here, or it can be like right here. So I was kind of looking to play either one of those as like a retest or like a bounce, as like a bounce for like a level. And what I noticed after we double bottomed was on ES. So I mean, here's our double bottom about like right here ish, this time frame. I noticed that VWAP on ES was right near like the top of the 15-minute range. So I thought after we double bottomed, we could come up, break above VWAP, and then come down to retest VWAP and also the 15-minute range, since VWAP and 15-minute range were like right next to each other, almost right on top of each other. And so I mean, as you see, that's like literally what happened. It broke above, and VWAP was just right there, so it could just tap it and it still had that candle close right on top of the 15-minute range. So I mean, I had this I had this trade planned since like right after the double bottom, so like right here. I literally had this trade for like in my head for like an hour, even while I was playing that second trade. So I mean, that was the setup in my head at the time, and it worked. I mean, everything came up. So yeah, I took it right here. This is the retest. Like this wick is the balance off VWAP. So I mean, this was 1018, so I was gonna say 1017 on ES. Yep, 1017. That's a wick. That's the bounce off VWAP. So I mean, it worked out perfectly. I had it planned out, so obviously I got in. Didn't even hesitate. And then it was kind of just like rejecting off here. So I mean, once it broke out, that was when I was confident. Or I was more confident in it. That was going up. So yeah, it's starting to come up, and we broke. I mean, we were rejecting off this pivot on ES earlier. So I bought it right here, broke above this pivot, but there was the pivot on SPY, which I mean they were about the same, and I never got the full 9 points, which I was targeting. I only got 7 points, because I mean it came up. I'll show this video. I think that's this one. So bought in, broke that trend line right here. You see, it came up. I mean, it's at 6.5 points right now, but it's on a red candle. So it's at like, I was literally like a half a point away. Not a half a point away. I'm sorry. I'm like a point and a half away from my take profit, but the pivots were in the way, and I knew it was close. Like we could just break it, but we didn't, and it was close. But so I mean, I set my stop to break even just because I thought if it would come down, it was low probability that it would work out. So I didn't want to take those chances. I wanted just to take my win from the second trade and move on. And so yeah, it just shot down to my stop, which I was correct. It came down, so I would have got stopped out either way. So luckily, it's just a break-even trade. And yeah, I'm up $50 on the day. So yeah, this is probably more of a longer review, just because I had a lot to say on this one. How long is this video? 9 minutes? Holy. So yeah, that's everything. That's all my like thoughts and stuff. So felt good today. I'm not gonna lie. I was confident in the last two setups. So hopefully I can bring this energy into tomorrow, because it's a good start to the new year, and it's the first day on the eval. We took all those trades on the eval, so I'm glad I was like pushing for those trades, like 3 trades in a day. That's good. That's pretty good. I'm proud of myself today. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.